In this video, we're going to cover that feeling of when you want to contact your ex. Why do you want to do it? Stop. Before you do it, think. Is it because you're lonely? Is it because you're missing that connection? Why did you break up in the first place? That's what you've got to ask yourself. So there's no real straight answer to this, but there are things that you need to consider before you take that plunge. Firstly, did you cheat on them? Did they cheat on you? If the answer is yes, well, I would probably strongly advise against it, because you've probably hurt them and you've probably lost all their trust. So, I don't know. I mean, like, it's you know, the old saying that a relit cigarette never tastes the same second time around. It's very hard. You're generally going to be in a situation where more fights, more often than not anyway, will arise because of lack of trust. And if you don't have trust, well, what are you doing? So if you've cheated or they've cheated on you, just give it up. I mean, I do understand if you were the cheater that you'd probably feel inclined to contact them, but stop and ask yourself why you're doing it, really, because it's not fair on them. If you couldn't be loyal to them once, well, there's every chance you can't be loyal to them twice. I mean, that's just the harsh reality. Sorry to break it to you like that. Same for guys, same for girls, same for guy, girl. It doesn't matter. It's the same thing. I mean, why would you want to hurt someone's feelings? Why would you want to just go over the same territory again? Now, you might be a reformed person. There might be extenuating circumstances which led to the cheating, whether that be some communication breakdown, whatever. Maybe give it one shot. But if you are a serial offender, and chances are you're going to be a repeat offender, do the person a favour. Let them get on with their life. It's good karma. It's good karma for you, and it's just better for them. What about if the relationship just fizzled out? Well, yeah, sure. Why not? I mean, there's plenty of reasons why a relationship could have fizzled out. Maybe, you know, with you know, a lot of relationships at the start, there's that real chemistry, and then time goes on, you take each other for granted, and it just fizzles out for whatever reason. There's no real animosity. You just sort of part ways where you're like, good luck. Yeah, why not? I mean, it can't hurt. Just reach out. A simple, how you going? I would never recommend doing the old thinking about you missing you, because obviously you are, to reach out in the first place. So my advice is, in that instance, just throw something out there and see if it comes back. If it doesn't, let it go. Move on. Simple as that. I mean, take the hint, right? And chances are, if it didn't work the first time, well, there's probably every chance it ain't going to work the second time. Sorry to put it to you like that, folks. What about that long lost love, you know, that one from like 10 years ago and you can't stop thinking about them? Oh my God, we've all got those, haven't we? What do you do? I don't know. I think it falls in the same category as the last one we just covered. Like, it doesn't hurt to throw something out there. At the end of the day, well, you know, it's not a big deal, really. What's the worst thing they do? Hey, is not respond. Tell you they've got on with their lives. You might make a friend. You never know. That's one thing I've found in the past too. Like, when something like that has happened, and I've reconnected with someone after years, it's very hard to still maintain the same chemistry after, you know, a long period has elapsed, and you find that you might actually pick up a good friend because you've known each other, you've been intimate before, and they know you, and that's you know, takes a shortcut out of making new friends anyway. Now, this is the one that I guess is probably yeah, this is the bit I've saved the best till last, and that is, what do? You know that feeling when your phone goes ding and you've saved an ex's name in there, or a nickname, especially if it's a nickname with a rose or a kiss or something, and you see their name and you're like, ugh, your heart sinks. You know that feeling where you're just like, oh my God. I know it. I'm sure you know it. What do you do? Well, the first thing I can tell you is stop and take a deep breath and prepare yourself for whatever it may be, number one. Now, I know it might have been the love of your life that you just had the softest spot for, and it just didn't work out. Now, there are caveats here as to responding or ignoring. If, I guess, I don't want to go the selfish route, like if you did the dirty by them, well, then you respond. But in saying that, well, if you did do the dirty and they're contacting you, well, to be honest, why not respond? I mean, like, maybe they're over it. I don't know, but I'd certainly see what they've got to say, especially if it's hey, how you going type thing. I'll definitely still be weary, but hold all your cards close to your chest and see where that goes. Now, if they played up on you and they've messaged you, oh, sorry to say, but like, I know it sounds like double standards, but really, if you have done the dirty and they've contacted you, well, hey, they've contacted you, whatever that may be for, well, I guess you'll find out. But if they've done the dirty on you and they're coming back, honestly, guys, I don't know. What do you want? I think this is where you have to have boundaries. I think this is where you have to have self-respect. And I think this is where you need to show restraint. What are you looking for? Do you want your heart broken again? How long did it take you to get over them? Would you be able to get over them again? When this happens and they get back to you, more often than not, from my experience, they've probably gone elsewhere, realised just what a good person you were, didn't have a better experience, and now they regret it. Well, you know what? As hard as it might sound, just move on, walk away. That's the best advice I can give you. I've experienced this sort of firsthand. Let me just digress a bit, going back to the last scenario, which was them contacting you when you've just split up out of the blue, and you get that feeling of living in hope. There was no real animosity. There was a bit of an age gap with this particular person, and they, I think they felt they just wanted to move on with their life, and that's fine. What happened was I got a message during a sporting carnival that was on, which was horse racing, and they asked me if I had any tips, and I got really excited thinking they're using this as an excuse to get in with me type thing. And so naturally I got really excited and wrote down my tips for the day, which was, I guess it's irrelevant what the bet was, but gave her the selections, and we stayed in touch. Like as the races went on that day, she was like, oh, that won, or that lost. And at the end of the day, the bet was, I think the outlay was X and the return was like 2.5 times the outlay. So nothing huge, but it was a win. And I was really excited because I thought, oh, this is like the old days. So then I sort of said, hey, I've sort of, it's good timing that you messaged. I've sort of been thinking about you, and then radio silence. That was the end of it. Oh, well, nothing ventured, nothing gained. But in this instance, there was nothing wrong with responding. I mean, hey, I didn't even shoot my best shot. I shot a bad, ordinary shot and got absolutely nowhere. And as for the last one we covered, which was about them cheating on you and trying to rehash, reignite, contact you again. I had a situation going back a little while ago where I discovered we were technically not together per se. However, we were sort of, how do we say it? Technically we weren't going out, but yet we were seeing each other every day. However you want to explain or break that down. I don't know, but anyway, she used it against me in the end. What happened was I found out she was sort of seeing someone in between. She's like, well, we're never seeing each other. Anyway, I digress. She contacted me 18 months later and wanted to catch up. And against my better judgment, I agreed to, and she came and saw me at my place of work at the time and then said, can we go back to your place? Honestly, it never felt right, and I sort of have no regrets, but I just couldn't get over it. I didn't say anything. We just sort of parted ways, and we've probably spoken a couple of times since, but I think I made the right decision. I think she knew that I wasn't really up for it. So I would strongly suggest, if you're in that situation, I know it's hard, I know it can be flattering when someone you're really in love with reaches out, but spare your own sanity. Honestly, I'm a great believer, if something is meant for you, it will not pass you by. And by that, I mean, it probably won't destroy itself, and it probably won't need to be rebuilt. In saying that, I'm sure it happens, but deep down you'll feel it, deep down you'll know, and deep down you just know. So I hope that helps. I'd love to hear your stories. I'd love to know what sort of experiences you've had. I'd like to know if this was any help. But, you know, this is really about boundaries for yourself and for those people in your life or who have been in your life. And, you know, just try and be the best version of yourself and the happiest version of yourself. That's all you can ask for. Have a great day, guys.